Yeah, there
Yeah,
are
look,
campaigns
dwarf.
out there that are specifically made for people that play with unfinished business to level 20.
Right. And the unfinished business mod is it brings in more races and classes and spells and all kinds of other fun stuff. Allows multi-classing because there's no multi-classing in this, but there will be in Solasta 2.
I'll click on the door.
Okay. So
Level up to 20, party of 6,
Yeah.
multi-classing.
party of 6 might be crazy though. Depending on how difficult the campaigns would be. Right, that in the current edition of D&D, the spells become really unbalanced after level 6. The level 6 spells, yeah, they're some of the spells they get nuts.
Or spell level 6, not... I thought
Right, yeah.
Character level 6? What?
No, character level 6, no, but spell level 6 is, yeah, the spells get kind of crazy. There's a Baldur's Gate 3, didn't go that high. It's actually one of the reasons why the Solasta developers didn't want to go that high. Didn't want to actually go past level 12. Or actually, not. The base game when it first came out was only level 10. And then shortly after release, they bumped it up to 12. And then with the final DLC, the update to the game, they let level 16 characters, which introduced level, 8 spells? 7 spells? And they are reluctant to do that again because you're basically just making the characters into gods with the magic they get access to.
Looks like a dwarf.
Yep, that looks like a dwarf. Oh, and then around the corner, the Sorak.
I guess there's one here, up here too.
Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 character level caps at 12.
Jeff's good.
I am ready as well.
Let's go. Yeah, there's 2 on the left side.
Classes do I like to play the most? Me? I don't really have any particular favorites. I've done pretty much all of them at this point. I get into little binge type, well, not binge, but theme plays. Like I had a while back, I did a druid dual wielding scimitar build. That was fun. I did it in other Dungeons and Dragons games too. For some reason, I get hooked on the dual wielding druids for some reason. And the reason they're fun is because they're not expected to be any good, because that's not what druids are supposed to be good at, right? So, but they're fun to play. But I don't think I have any real classes that I like over any others. Other than I prefer wizards over sorcerers, but other than that.
They're not all surprised.
They aren't?
They are not all surprised.
No, they're not, are they? Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Did I spend some time with Neverwinter Nights? Oh, I'm sure I spent more than my share way back when. Bobo, where's Jeff? Jeff's back there. Of course he succeeded. Why wouldn't he? Because that's my day today. It's been my week.
Because it spell never hits.
Yeah, I know. It's the way my week has been going, too. stealing my kill. We do a thing where you have the viewers create a party from when you unlimited dungeon mods for key. Oh yeah, the endless dungeon DLCs or they put in out there. Well, it's not so much that I'll play anything; I just have experience playing a lot of them.
That's on me.
What to do? What to do?
Remember, arrows don't work on the books. That one can't hit because they're on the corner. It's a two-headed fighter specialist. Why do you remember that? I'm trying to remember what that one was. I'm trying to remember what that was. That was a while back. Fireball works. Works really well. There are mods that allow players to control monsters for some PvP. No, there's no PvP in this at all. The only way you would get player to control monsters is through... No, Charm doesn't do that, does it? Charm just stops them from fighting you. I don't know if any...
Die like the rest.
I don't know if there's any stuff in here that allows you to control the bad guys to fight on your team. It's an successful run where you killed one of the bosses. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It's hard to remember that stuff, all that stuff. That's so blurred together. All the different characters, because I was Kingmaker, right? So yeah, there's a lot of time spent in that DLC. A lot of time. As in, I think I'm up to like over 1,200 hours in Kingmaker, and most of it is that stuff because I only did a couple of runs on the campaign, and I only finished one of them. So yeah, we spent a lot of time doing the endless dungeon in Kingmaker. Second successful round. Oh, God, I'm not going to even remember that. Yeah, the challenge with doing the player made parties is actually being successful, getting, because it took forever to actually finish that DLC, to actually get all the way through and to finish it. It took forever because, people say, well, it's not that hard. It is when you're playing characters you're not used to, and the party isn't built to basically be very cooperative, that kind of stuff. So, because you end up with these weird combinations like, a fighter with two fighters or whatever, because it's basically, whatever the people wanted to do. That's what we were doing. So we ended up with some really weird combination of characters, and not everything's successful, of course. Not by a long shot, some of them. Yeah, it's like almost every group except for, well, technically, because you get to a certain point and you have to retire the party if you basically defeat a boss, one of the mini bosses, right? You have to pretty much retire the party because there's not much else they can do other than just keep going, and there's no real point to it, right? Because you can't, once you kill one of the bosses, that's it for that run. They won't see any others. Hey, crossbow plus
Anybody
one.
want a +1 crossbow?
I'll tell you in a second. Is it a light crossbow or a crossbow?
It's a crossbow.
It's a two-handed. No, thank you. the party, the viewer parties were a lot of fun there for the most part. There were some headaches here and there, but for the most part, they're pretty good. The priest was a follower, Canadian Keelan, the god of beer. Thank you. Yeah, there's like some builds work and some work well, and some builds work better with other builds, and that's just the way it is. The problem is if you don't have the right combination of stuff, you're just not going to be successful all the time is all. And then the other groups will just go like, and of course, the first couple of runs we were doing, we didn't even know what the hell we were doing, what the goal actually really was. And we ended up going really deep into the dungeon as a result and figured out, you didn't actually have to do that. After you kill the boss, you can actually move on to the next group of characters and stuff, but we didn't know that at the time.
A dark place.
Dark place. This is a dark place. Because it is a dark place. Seko Halfling Knife Masters. Knife Masters are usually pretty good, as long as you get the right gear.
Bad guys.
What?
Top corner.
Elemental. Oh, so the swarms are considered. Yeah, because they're using that model. So that's why they're counting as Aksha and Brood of Dread. So Aksha is going to be, I'm going to guess, a vampire. Nope. That's animated there. Yep. Aksha is a vampire.
Original out of the campaign, isn't she? Wasn't that even her name?
I honestly don't know. It's close. I think it's close.
Well, it would be fitting because the title of this area is history, so
Yep.
looks like we're going through some historical stuff.
History.
Yeah, she was eating the life power of the brood of the dead whenever she was going down in health.
Oh, yeah. Her.
She was in the Necromant's Tower.
Yeah.
Quite at the beginning of the game. Oh, she's suspicious, yeah. Was moving away, but she got suspicious and moved too.
So she got a friend. Yeah, the Brood is another vampire. Minor one. But she's not epic or anything like that. She got a little bit of special.
Oh, yeah. Maybe one level above us.
Yep. So no big deal. The vampires love the light.
I think she had two specialties, like sucking the life out of the brutes, and I think a cloud of darkness around her.
Possibly.
Or one of those dark storm things where you don't want to be in.
Yes, whether two-handed fighter or sword and board fighter is better. Different roles. Two-handed fighters are damage dealers. Sword and board is a tank. The sword and board is never going to match the DPS of a two-hander. Dual wielder could, but a sword and board isn't going to match the damage output of a two-handed fighter. They're just not. They're just different roles. Reading fictions. If so, what are you reading now? What books? What am I reading right now? I'm actually on a break from reading anything at the moment because my wife is recovering from her surgery from back in July, and my sleep schedules are really messed up. And it used to be that I used to read books before bedtime. And I haven't been able to do that the last couple of months. So my reading schedule is way off, and I don't remember what I'm supposed to be reading. But normally I read sci-fi or fantasy, typically. Oh, she's doing fine. She's getting better, slowly but surely. It's just that the first 6 weeks of her post-surgery, she couldn't put weight on her leg. And that was fun. But now she's able to walk a little bit more and that kind of stuff. But she still has supposed to be taking it easy. So she's still limited in what she's supposed to be doing. This will work.
Maraike Evo Malmix.
Except when they dodge like that, it's just not my day. Just not my day.
No quarter given.
Immune to piercing? Oh, this is a swarm. I was thinking it was a vampire, but it's a swarm. It's all these animated books anyway. Does it tie into the plot? It does. We're supposed to be in a library that's got tons and tons of books. And if you missed the part at the beginning of the stream, was explaining that the knowledge from the books flows down. It doesn't flow up, it flows down. This is their thing. And as a result, all the knowledge that they've been collecting in these books over, hundreds of years or whatever, the knowledge from the top of the piles of books has been making its way down through the books, and the books have become animated because with all the energy and knowledge and stuff they picked up. So now we have, these little stacks of books floating around, swarm of animated books that do stuff. So it's a silly story, but it's a story. Teammates do not tell you what to do, or is it just some other channels we can't hear? You can't hear them? Well, they're not really talking a whole lot at the moment.
Hello.
That's Hurricane. Jeff and Hobo are being quiet.
Thundercat Ho.
There's Jeff.
I'm just the burner of buildings.
Yes, Hobo's a burner of buildings, and he's got a new mic he's been tweaking, so that's why he sounds so much lower. I think that's what he said last week, at least. The books punch down, not up. Yes. And then these swarm of books are actually modified monsters for this campaign. They don't exist anywhere else that we're aware of outside of this campaign. They're basically swarms. If you know what a swarm is in Pathfinder, how much they suck, they're kind of the same general concept here. As in, they don't really miss in melee, and it depends on the actual type of swarm. This is actually the second or third type of swarm we've seen in this run. And basically, they don't miss in melee, and their regular weapons really don't work against them. You're supposed to be using like area effect spells, because that's the most effective against them. Particularly, again, fire point against books. Yeah, swarms suck. So, swarms suck.
No. I think these vampires would probably suck more.
They might. So she killed this one first, huh? It's right here, maybe. Well, that was a bad roll. 1. See, today is not my day.
Well, you do kind of do it to yourself, Kevin.
What, the bad rolls?
The title of your stream is Happy Wednesday.
It is. But that's because it's based on history. It's a historical title.
We had a one hat trick by clicking on that NPC. I think it's quite a fitting name.
It definitely kicked in today, that's for sure.
Oh, I'm over here.
Go on.
Both vampires are in the light. I'm surprised they're still hanging around. They usually take off after they do their stuff. Doesn't go regenerate. That's what. See, they're supposed to disengage. Oh, we didn't get a swap. We didn't. Oh, because they cheat. That's right. Vampires are cheaters like goblins. They just get to freely disengage.
Arcana Evo Malmis.
That works. Didn't kill him, but it worked. Daedalus, campaign is tough so far, or nothing you can't out. This one has been too tough, and she is feeding off of him. That's good. This campaign hasn't been super tough. It's been a little different as what's going on, stuff we haven't really seen before, but nothing I would say too terrible. I don't think we haven't had to restart any fights or anything. Yeah, it hasn't been too bad. Vampire cannibalism. Yeah, it's what this character does. She's actually from the original campaign of the game. I think Mrs. Gimpy needs to talk to me. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Healing necessary. That's right. Good shape. Good shape. Chimichanga with a side of greens. There's no side of anything necessary with a chimichanga. It's a meal in itself for like 2 days.
Yeah, but you need something healthy with it.
It's full of healthy stuff. It's got cheese and meat and carbs in the shell, and if you're smart, you put some salsa or some type of sauce on it. You're good to go. It's all kinds of healthy.
You're not coming back.
It's all thousands of calories worth of healthy. I haven't had a chimichanga in years because, man, those things are huge. Typically.
You didn't get me.
No, who strained? I don't think she likes you, Hobo.
Well, you know, I've been over here in the corner with 2 vampires.
You're fine. I healed you at least once.
Arcana Evo Malmis. Perfect.
Yeah, you got 2 out of 3. Better than nothing. Stupid legendary actions. Ugh.
Does that mean Hobo's not going to turn into a vampire, or how does this work again?
Sadly, he's not going to turn into a vampire.
That must have
It'd be kind of
hurt.
cool if you did, but unfortunately, it's not part of the game. Disadvantage, and she's still... See, this is how much to gain. She's got a +8, so I'm not going to land those on her. So crappy.
Please watch your language. Mickey and Rocket should not be subjected to such vulgarities.
Kind of like that.
Ashka's running out of friendly meat options. Yes, she has. Aksha. I wonder if it... Is that the right name? Is her name supposed to be Ashka in the campaign? Because that Ashka looks closer to what it's supposed to be. Is she levitating? Somewhat. It's more of a... Yeah, actually, she can actually fly, I think, if she wants. And unlike most everybody else who flies around, she can't be knocked out of the air. Because, you know, special vampire. And we can't see because... Dark Veil, so that's her special thing. So the little eyeballs with crossed out, that means we were technically blind. Of course, so is she. Or we can't see her. Is that what that means? Yes, we can't see her. That means no ranged attacks on her.
She thinks she's John Cena.
Who? Who does she think she is?
John Cena.
John Cena. Isn't he a wrestler?
Sure.
I think he's a wrestler. But why are you making that connection?
Doesn't matter. You don't get the joke if you don't watch wrestling.
Yeah. I don't watch wrestling. Proud to say that. I don't wrestle. Never really got into the wrestling stuff. Even when I was a kid. I went, it's all fake.
Wait, what? That's fake?
Wrestling is fake. Did you not? Well, the professional wrestling is all fake. The stuff they do in the Olympics is not. Just to be clear. The professional wrestlers, so there's some really good athletes there, but it's all fake.
Yeah, when I was way younger, I was watching a bit of WWF,
You've seen
the
worse.
WrestleMania, the Royal Rumble, and some of that. I think I saw a short documentation, I think 30 minutes, 1 hour, one of those more known ones, I think, was it Hulk Hogan? He was training with a little amateur, showing him the ropes, what you have to train to make it look good and don't hurt your opponent,
Yeah.
but still do some nice moves. It's physically straining, so you have to train really well to do it good.
Hey, like I said, they're good athletes, but man, it's all fake what they're doing. So it's just acting. That's all it is. So, tell us what's the legendary action? It's the way the developers put in the game to make the tougher bosses not so easy to kill, because they found out during testing, whatever, that no matter what they really did, is because it's 4-on-1 typically. Or more, depending on some creatures and that kind of stuff, is the bosses didn't feel very boss-like. So they implemented this legendary action stuff. And based on, how many blips are coming up in the action bar determines what abilities they can use and that kind of thing. So, and it exists outside of their normal turn. So they still get their normal turn and get to do stuff, but as you can see, it also pops up during our turns as well. The legendary stuff does. And it makes them tougher, and depending on what the actual abilities are. And it can make them really annoying sometimes. Sometimes it's kind of who cares? But sometimes it can make the fights much tougher with those legendary actions. So, again, it's just to make the bosses tougher. This corpse seems recent, but also completely desiccated. Like someone drained out all the blood. Must have been one of Ashka's servants, but not her herself. So anyway, move on.
I could use a long rest.
Go all the way back to the hidden alcove, though. It's so far away.
Yeah, I pretty much used up most of my spells.
So, do we want to go back to camp before Hurricane goes too much farther?
Just want to read that sign.
This is one more step.
Okay, that's the way out, I guess.
Well, that didn't work.
Let's check the other options.
What other options?
The other door?
Where was it?
Well, we could rest and get our spells back first.
Oops. Is that all you can say?
I didn't say oops.
That was really poorly
I
done.
didn't say oops.
I forget,
Close
does that fix
to
his
rest.
drained?
Long rest fixes the strain. Oh, I think that's the only way to do that. I don't. Let's see. Do I have lesser restoration?
It is the only way.
See if I have lesser restoration. Let me put it on hobo and see if it works.
I already did that. It didn't
Oh.
do squat.
Yeah, but mine's really lesser restoration. Maybe not. Okay, going back to camp. Well, I'm a cleric. You're not. That's the way it works. Okay, all the way back.
I'm a green mage. I can do anything.
Except fly. Oh, wait a minute. No, you can fly, can't you? You can't heal, though, can you?
Yeah, that's a good point.
You see? Can't do anything. Yes, it's always a bit controversial when an enemy breaks the sequence of play. Yeah, it's like I said, I understand the decision to do that, but it's just friggin' annoying when it happens at the wrong time. You know, when you think you're gonna, pull off the wind and all of a sudden, oh, look, it's a legendary action to screw with us. Sometimes it works in their favor, sometimes it's no big deal. Again, it has a lot to do with what the actual boss is, or boss-like mob is. He still stop moving.
Say again.
Too late.
I have been aided.
I know you were just getting out of range when it hit you. So anyway, so that's the other door. Is it open? Or are you looking at that? Geography. We haven't been over here yet. I thought we did.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
We did history, now it's geography.
Geography sucks.
It does.
I mean, who really needs to know where Canada and Germany are? No.
Yeah, no takers, Gimpy.
Yeah, got no takers on that one, sadly. See traps. Tarps, sorry, they're tarps. Red tarps.
So where is Washington in the United States?
Which one?
City or state?
Exactly.
Washington, D.C. is on the East Coast. It's pretty much between, Maryland and Virginia? It's in that little space there. It's on the East Coast, south of New York, that kind of stuff. And again, that's actually Washington, in the District of Columbia. Washington is a city. District of Columbia is an unofficial. It's not a state. It's not a province or whatever. It's just its own little district. It has no real. It's a complicated system. It's kind of bullshit, but it's the way it is now. Or it's always been, actually. But they need to change it. They need to become their own little state, or at least get some real voting rights or representation. Sorry, not rights, representation. because they don't have that right now. Never have, but they should. Anyway, that's Washington, D.C. Washington State is on the west coast of the United States. It is up on the border of Canada, and that's it. It's a state. It's not a city. It's a state.
So why is there two Washingtons?
There's not. It's not really two. One's a city. One's a state. So
Why don't you just pick a different name?
Because Washington was our first president, and probably maybe our best president still. Maybe. Hey, Azure, welcome back. We're discussing American history now.
More like
Oh, yeah.
geography.
Well, that's geography, but it's also history now because he asked, why is it named Washington? Well, it's history. That's history now.
You want me to throw a fireball at him?
Yes, yeah. Originally, Maryland, Virginia had to give up territory for the District of Columbia. It was placed in the South as a result of compromise with the North. I can't remember what the North got out of the deal. Neither do I. Washington D.C. is kind of its own country. It's not really its own country. It's basically just a large. It's a largest city. A large city.
Everybody ready? Okay, doing it now.
Yep, all set. It's not a country. It's just a city. It's no different than anybody else. Except the only thing for them is they just don't have proper representation in Congress is really what it is. Because they're all citizens, they all get all that fun stuff. Yeah, it's just they don't have proper representation. They think they're special. Everyone thinks they're special. Holy crap. Everybody in this country thinks they're special.
So on my screen I see combat in the turn order.
I see Jeff and Hurricane is playing.
Oh, because on stream, the stream seems to be way ahead, even if I have low latency on. Weird.
It's got there's a delay going on?
Maybe for
I
him.
see. Yeah, maybe something's. Well, I'm playing as it seems.
Yeah, I'm not getting any extra lag on it. Yes, famously, the license plates in D.C. read "taxation without representation" as a form of protest. It's accurate. I mean, it is accurate.
Don't they have a representative?
Kind
of.
They have one, and they probably should have more. Oh no, wait a minute. No, their representative, I think, doesn't get to. I forget what the actual thing for them is. There's a reason why they're not getting proper representation. It's because I think they should have more based on population, I think, and there's something that they don't have the same voting power as everybody, as the other representatives or something. I'd have to look it up to see what the actual thing is, because I honestly don't know off the top of my head. I don't live there, so it's not a regular thing for me to hear about.
I know.
Our population in your state, yeah, there's quite a few people that live in Washington D.C. But it's a point of contention with them that they're not getting properly represented. Yeah, something like that. Like I said, I have to dig into it more to find out what the real story is. I think they're like low 40s if you count them, population-wise? Which would still give them more than one representative. 9 or so states with fewer people, right? And they all have more representation, which is the problem. Not to mention they don't have a senator. They don't have a senator either. While everybody else every other state has 2 senators, and they have no senators at all, which is kind of a big deal. We need Paul Harvey, so we're going to hear the rest of the story. Yes. See what you started, Jeff.
I don't know. Start off with geography.
Right. So here's a really good geography question. How come there are 2 Vancouvers? And they're not that far away from each other.
There's 2 Vancouver.
There's Vancouver in Canada. There's one in Washington.
Wow. I'll take your word about the one in Washington.
I think there's Vancouver. I'm pretty sure there's a Vancouver in Washington.
You're probably right. I wouldn't know. Why there's 2? Yeah, that's a good question. But 2 totally separate countries, so that doesn't apply.
Does it? I mean, we're pretty much the same country, you know. And we have the same history
I
almost.
don't even know who our prime minister is.
I know he's newly elected this year or last year.
Wait till the next one.
Yeah, last year. Uh-huh.
Was it last year or was it earlier this year?
I'm not saying anything. This is good.
Well, I know that with the other guy, the younger guy, he got kicked out because because it's the whole, you know, the way your system works is very different than ours. Your prime minister, he only stays in power as long as the political party he's a part of stays in power, correct? And then once that party is in power, they then pick from their people to pick the prime minister. Am I right? Am I close? And that
You're on the ballpark.
Yeah, see, I have a rough idea how Canada works. I won't claim that I'm an expert by any stretch of the imagination. So, but no, I have a kind of an idea. Hey, at least I know you guys don't have states; you have provinces instead. That's pretty important, I would think.
Just provinces, eh? Okay.
What? What else do you have? You don't have anything else, do you?
Yes.
Really? I'm honestly unaware.
Territories.
They're what?
We have 2 territories.
Oh, territories and provinces. The same damn thing.
Wow, they're not the same thing at all.
Are they connected to the mainland?
Oh, we're talking about physically now. Yes, they're all physically part of Canada.
Okay. So what's the difference between a province and a territory in Canada then? Because the United States has territories too, but they're not connected to the states. They're not part of the contiguous. They're, you know, way out in the oceans and stuff. So what's the difference between a territory and a province in Canada? Is it a population thing? As in they don't have enough people that would be considered a province? Because that's pretty much how it works in the United States. No?
Pretty much.
Pretty much, see? So basically the territories are just smaller states is really what they are. Because that's really what they are here too. Is this in the United States you have to have a certain population in order to be qualified as a state. And there's a whole process you have to go through once you get to that point too. So I'm guessing Canada is fairly similar. P.S. Territories are generally less autonomous but also have very less. And again, that's the same thing for the United States. Because the most famous territory is probably Puerto Rico. And they should be a state. I don't know why they're not. They have the population to be a state. I don't know why they're not. I know there's all kinds of political stuff there, but Puerto Rico really should be our 51st state. But again, I don't know. I don't understand. It's not that I don't know. It's I don't understand the reasoning why they're not a state.
Like that.
Maybe because it's hard to put like a 51st star on your flag.
We have 50 already.
Oh.
And they managed to squeeze in 2 in the same year. When Hawaii and Alaska became states in the same year, I think. Pretty sure? I think they both became states in the same year. And they managed to cramp 2 new stars there. We already had 48. So.
Maybe at that point you just drop the whole star thing and change it to something else.
Oh yeah, that'll go over well. Do I have my mace equipped? I do. Kill this thing. Or not.
I thought you could fight.
Me too. Apparently I can't. Apparently I don't know enough about Canada to hit stuff. less provincial autonomy, and the federal government handles more of their responsibility. So a little different than ours. The U.S. territory is a partisan, most likely to win control, but the new territory will be blocked by the other. They haven't even got to that point with Puerto Rico, though. I don't think they've even got to that point yet. There's something else going on with Puerto Rico that's preventing them from being a state. And it's either the people don't want to be a state, or the government is, as you said, is throwing in roadblocks for whatever reason. Because more than likely, Puerto Rico would be Democrat. Yeah. Which is a problem. Well, it's not a problem. It's just stupid. What we really need is, a good third or fourth party that don't suck. And of course, that's never going to happen. Language issue is also a thing with Puerto Rico. I don't bite that at all. I don't buy that at all. Do you know how many languages we have here in California? Saying that Spanish is an issue for Puerto Rico becoming a state is bullshit, because it's so many other states have Spanish being spoken on a regular basis, as in it's on their ballots and everything. California, we have like over 50 actually I think we're over 100 languages in California that are officially recognized by the state. So don't buy that language issue.
No quarter given.
Hooray, we won.
Did we win? No. I see Hurricane is still playing these. Oh, this is weird.
Battle's over for me.
It is not over for
Oh,
me.
me too. I'm looting.
I see you guys running around, but I still see Hurricane is playing. Damn it.
Stop playing Hurricane.
Oh, stop moving. Okay, let's reload. So, little desync there. So I might have to do the last round or two, it looks like. I think Spanish has legal status in Puerto Rico. That would be unlikely to continue if they join, or at least would be a big controversy.
Did you want to do your final break early then?
Yeah, let's do a final break. We can think about our political discussions. Probably stop that. But anyway, let's get up. Last break of the stream. Beating Veronica by a few minutes. Get up, stretch your legs, get your water. Be back in a few minutes. Thank you all very much for watching. Of course, thank you, Jeff, Hobo, and Hurricane, for joining me. And thank you for the Canadians for criticizing my knowledge of Canada. Anyway, be back shortly. Enjoy the dog video.